Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and stay tuned by clicking the bell icon. The Bold and the Beautiful recap. Wednesday, July 16. Bill offers his life for Limes. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B. Recap for Wednesday, July 16, reveals that Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, prayed and offered to die in Lime Spencer's, Scott Clifton, place while Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, visited John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, at the hospital. At the private surgical center, Liam was anxious ahead of his procedure. Bill gave Liam a pep talk along with Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, before she introduced her colleague Kajar Adhikari. As Liam was prepped for surgery, Grace reminded Bill about the money required. Bill eventually made a phone call and got confirmation on the wire transfer going through. Once Bill paced around the waiting area, he eventually said a prayer and said to take him instead if someone had to go. Bill couldn't bear losing Liam, so he asked for his son to be spared. Meanwhile, Grace seemed nervous as she used a scalpel to make an incision on Liam's head. Dr. Adhikari nodded at Grace to give her encouragement, but the whole thing seemed super shady. Once the surgery was over on Wednesday's B&B episode, Dr. Adhikari didn't have much to say to Bill other than it went well. Grace assured Bill that they pulled off a medical miracle, so he marveled over the tumor being gone and Liam having a chance to live. Those were 1 in a million odds according to Bill. At the hospital, Poppy seemed like she was looking for closure as she approached Finn to discuss Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada. Poppy had a lot of regrets when it came to her daughter, but not being honest about Luna's father would haunt her the most. Finn ultimately wasn't interested in discussing all this with Poppy and had to go deal with the patient. As for Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, she was taken aback to find that Liam wasn't in his room. Bridget was told that Grace already released Liam into Bill's care, so she gave Finn updates on that perplexing news. At Forrester Creations, Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Matins Wood, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor, and Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, all talked about Liam being a hero. After Steffi called to check on Ms. Dillon, Sydney Bullock, she talked about Bill presumably wanting to take Liam back to his place and still blamed him for a lot of what went down with Luna. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Steffi has more Liam shockers in her future, so stay tuned. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share.